Hi, this is John Blossom for ContentWave. One of the great things about Google Wave is that it's a very flexible publishing medium. However, that flexibility also means that it's not necessarily easy to figure out what's the best way to structure a wave to make it useful and successful. Let's take a look at some tools and tips to help you design more successful waves. Here are a few of my favorite tips on how to organize your waves for success. Tip number 1, use header styles to be able to define your content more clearly. Instead of having people guess as to what's important in your document, use the header styles that are available in the edit mode to be able to highlight the sections of a document appropriately. It's very similar to what you have in Microsoft Word or other word processors. Go to the toolbar while in edit mode, select a heading style, and it'll make it larger and will manage the fonts for you nicely. If you're smart, you can use colors as well to make it a little bit more clear what's what in a document. I tend to use the blue color for H1 styles. The second thing that you can do with headers is to define subsections of documents. Here I'm using an H2 header in green to say where I'd like people to put videos in this document, where I'd like them to put links to web pages, and so on. The third thing that you can do with headers is to use them to define separate blips where you want content to go in your wave. For example, in this blip, the H1 blip, this is the introductory content to the wave. And here I'll put links into robots such as Wave Groupie that allow me to be able to publish content from this public wave out on the web. I put that all in one space. It's very easy to find, and subsequent blips, as you can see, have separate H2 headers where people can be able to understand that this is the information that's in this blip. That also makes it easier for people to copy out information from the wave into another wave. So if people wanted just the links to web pages that were in my wave, all they have to do is to copy this particular blip out. That makes it much easier for people to be able to use the content in your wave. The next tip is tags. Make sure that you make it easy for people to find your content in searches. For example, down here at the bottom of this, I've defined all sorts of tags to make it easier for people to click on one of these and to find both this wave and related content. The next tip is if you want your wave to be highly collaborative, don't write all of the content for everybody. Try to provide a little bit of content that encourages people, and then be a good editor and help to organize the content that people contribute more effectively. So for example, in the second blip where I stored the videos, I contributed the first video. Somebody in a comment section further on down in the wave contributed this other video. I copied and pasted that other video into this part of the wave so that it would be accessible to people looking for videos. You have to be a good editor of your own waves. And finally, on the line of editing, make sure that you keep on top of your waves on a regular basis. Sometimes waves can get very big, and that makes them slow to load into the wave viewer. It means that you may not have a satisfied audience. So keep on top of your waves and be sensitive as to when there might be content that's worth taking out to make it a more effective wave. That's it today for ContentWave. Have a great day.